Alright, everyone, welcome back to Kirby Air Riders. I don't know, should we go ahead and just do the daily track? I think we'll just do the daily track real quick. I know I said we were gonna do the Amiibo, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. This is gonna be the first upload of 2026, is this Kirby Air Riders video, so I might as well use the hat that because I didn't earn it last time. But it was part of the event that we did, I think, in the last episode. Just might as well use it. It is a cute little hat. And then I'll promise we'll finally play with the Amiibo, the Waddle Dee Amiibo. I don't know how interesting that's going to be, because I don't really know how to even use Amiibo, and I've never connected it. We'll be doing it live. I am playing with Joy-Cons, so it's a 2-button game. It's not going to be that hard. And this is the song. If I recall correctly, it was used fairly prominently in Kirby Mass Attack. I think that's where I remember this. I feel like Kirby Mass Attack used a lot of Air Ride songs. But to be completely honest, I'm not good. Some of these songs I'm not good at like remembering. Okay, that was bad. I'm not remembering where they came from a lot of the times. And a lot of it is that I haven't played a lot of the older Kirby games. Like, I never played the original Air Ride other than I don't know if I told this story, which seems odd because I really should have, but I did play it. I ordered it from like a video store. Like, it was called Family Video, and oh, break two pieces of coral. I don't know. I just found Kirby Air Ride there, and I played it, but I only for like one session. I think that I just did not know what to do with it, and we might have only rented it for like a day or something, and then we just returned it. I remember playing it literally once. I remember the lava level, and that's about it. And I had no idea what I was doing, and neither did my dad. And it's not like we read tutorials. That's the thing. That's not like something that I started recently. I straight up I never read tutorials like ever almost. But that's just how I am as a person, really. Shit, we got robbed of second place at the last minute. Um, I just don't read tutorials, and that's I. I will go back and read tutorials. Like I've done the training mode in here in Air Riders, but like for my first playthrough, or not my first playthrough, for my first like hour or two, I mean I just did whatever. Now let's see, how do we use the amiibo? Okay, well there must be a specific thing here somewhere. Goodness great! Oh, there we go, amiibo. I got the hiccups for some reason. I you can see I've never used it, so it's giving the tutorial. Okay, can race alongside you while they level up. Appear on the main menu. And get rewards with Amiibo. Okay. So let's see. Let's put my Wallaby on here. Nice. Can now replace the figure on the main menu. And 8,000 gold. Nice. Oh, and a theme. Oh, and you unlock the character too. I already had the character, but that scared me. I forgot I even had Mii's on this console. What happens if you don't have a Mii? I don't know. Are these really the only Mii's I have on this console? I feel like I should have more. I have a funny story about Slate. That so cute. I created him on 3DS, and that's about it. I just thought it was cute, and then I made it my profile on Wii U as well. But Slate, that was from some kind of, I think it must have been a Nintendo Power magazine. or something. Somebody had their me like QR code just in that magazine, and I don't know who Slate is. In fact, at no point have I ever known who Slate was. But I just figured, well, if he's in a magazine, he must be important. So I've always kept him. I transferred him over to Wii U, and now to Switch, and I've just had him forever. That's just supposed to be me, I guess. I don't know. And Greenman is, I mean, that's Greenman. Everyone knows who Greenman is. It's Greenman. We need a name for the amiibo. No, I didn't anticipate this, so I didn't come up with any good names. I don't know if we can change the name either. I mean, maybe if we like reset. I don't know. Well, in Smash Bros, you can change amiibo names. So I guess if there's any good names for amiibo in the comments, maybe I'll consider it. Unless I come up with a name I really like here. So looking at the bandana D, you know, this is like our OC. This is a blank canvas right here. Maybe. No, that's no. I'm gonna. I mean, you know, I've never been good with names. Anytime I need to like come up with a name for something, it's like it's always really hard. So let's just call him blank. Why not? You know, that's whatever. And I don't know. We can change it later if we want to. I guess maybe. There's our little character. Yeah, we could change the name. So maybe if I come up with a better name, or if anyone else has a good name that I like, I'll take it. If we could change the fashion, let's remove the band. Let's make it like not bandana D because you know that's already a trademarked character. That's one of the primary four characters of the franchise. So maybe we'll make him a little cowboy. I don't know. I don't know. Let's race. I've never been good, and I never been good at training amiibo because I'm not like, well, I'm not like super duper great at video games. So whenever I have to actually to train an amiibo, it always ends up kind of bad. And you're stuck with the Wingstar. Oh, I should have went with Wingstar then, in that case. Oh, can I go back? Let's go back. I should maybe do the star that Blank is using. I don't know. I've just never been good at it. I'm not like the best at Smash, like at all. In fact, I'm not that good at all. And yeah, why not? Yeah, I don't know. So it's probably not gonna learn much. Probably gonna end up being a very bad very bad racer. And I mean, obviously we're hitting up against me and level 9 CPUs, so this probably isn't gonna end well. I'm sure they'll end up in last place. But you know, that's okay. And I don't know how long I'm gonna even do this realistically, because again, I'm just not good at training amiibo, and I don't really know what. Like I don't know. I don't even know what the end game is. Like just make a good amiibo. What are we gonna do with it? You know. I don't know. And I'm also not the best with the wing star anyway. I don't mind the wing star. I actually quite like it, but vehicular manslaughter. Okay. I'm also not doing super great in this map actually. This race is kind of scuffed. I'm kind of scuffing it right now. Ouch. Damn, someone already got the finish line, and I'm getting absolutely pwned. Like, our guy's still all the way in last. How did I earn a gummy? How did I earn a warp star gummy? The only person I beat was using a wing star. You're already level 10 though. This is not bad, I guess. Oh, that was match 200, I guess. Proficiency 19. Indiscriminate attacker. Interesting. Let's take them through a round of city trial, I guess. See how this goes. And again. Yeah, well, I don't see any reason not to do level 9. And the better the CPU is, the better that the Amiibo is probably going to learn, I guess. I don't know. I sure hope it's not learning from me, haha. So I'm not good. I don't even know how it's going to learn from this. I don't know. Like, when you're playing Smash Bros, right? I feel like... I mean, you're on one stage. You're just doing button inputs, basically. But with this, there's like so many more elements that goes into, like... City Trial especially, that I feel like... Oh. I feel like, how are you going to really... learn from this as a machine? And I really have no clue. My only guess is that there must have been like a lot of work that went into Amiibos to figure that out, because I can't even imagine it as the average armchair developer. I can't even imagine how something like that would work. Okay, well, I hurt myself. Please don't learn from that. Don't pull yourself up. Well, I also wonder if there's any way to see or to I wonder if there's any way to like pit Amiibo against each other. Because if so, well, where am I going? Is it up there? Okay, I really don't know where I'm going. It's up here, isn't it? Okay, it's like, well, we're down here. I have no idea where this thing is. I'm stupid. Am I stupid? I think it's on top of the building. It must be. But I think we're going to run out of time. Yes, there it is. Okay. If there's a way to pit me Amiibo against each other, that could be fun, although... You know, I only have the one. So it's... They're so expensive. Like, I don't even know how I'd begin to do, like, a tournament. But, you know... I guess that's something to consider for future content, as, like, Amiibo tournaments or something. I don't know. That'd be very costly. I don't know that I could reasonably... Like, I would like to collect all the Amiibo. But, you know, it's so much. That's so much money. You know, it'd be nice, I don't know, if you could, like... I know it wouldn't make too much sense, but if you could connect other Amiibo... You know, like, I don't know, at least the Kirby Amiibo. And maybe just... Maybe if you use, like, the regular or the Smash Kirby Amiibo, maybe it just gives you, you know, the character on a Warp Star. And that would, of course, you know, limit your options to only a couple characters. But... You know, you'd at least have that. You'd at least be able to do something with that, with the Amiibo, and I think that'd be nice. But oh, what is this? But it is what it is. Or like even in, like, I don't know, random Amiibo. Imagine that. Like if they just randomly randomly assigned an Amiibo like to a random character, I guess. That would be maybe a little more difficult to pull off. I don't know. I just think, I mean, more Amiibo would be nice, is all. But I don't even know if you can, like, use multiple Amiibo at a time. So... Yeah, I don't know how... Oh, dude, you got a bulk star? Dude, you're screwed. Why'd you use a bulk star in the flight? Oh my goodness, dude. How's he gonna do? I keep saying he, but you know, we don't know Blank's gender. It's a Waddle Dee. Oh, you know what? Actually, you hit the board. That's... I did not expect it to would even reach that. How are you... Look, I want to watch. I want to watch this. Okay, never mind. How come I can't ever do this good when I'm playing online? What the heck? I got 200 points. Yeah, I absolutely crushed everybody. Not bad, not bad. The Amiibo thing... I mean, so far it's fine. I don't know how much... I really don't know how much I'm going to get out of this. I mean, like, as a collectible, it's really awesome. I love it. But, you know, as, like, an in-game thing, I realistically don't know how much I'm going to do this. Let's go ahead and save and call it there. But I don't know what other things that I can do with the Amiibo. I may look into some more possibilities in the future for that sort of thing. I mean, what if I just go here and, like, can I just plug it in? Yeah. And then what do you do? I guess, I mean, you're just here now. Oh, I can make it... Okay. What if I do try use another Amiibo? I already feel like I know the answer to this, but, you know, let's just try it. Yeah. So that was the Smash Kirby Amiibo. I don't know, let's see how they do. I don't know. Again, level 5 seems reasonable, I think, maybe. So now this is great. This is like peak content. All I have to do is just sit back and do nothing. I've always considered that, though. I mean, ever since I was a little kid, I have always I've always imagined, like, I've always loved just watching Amiibo fight in Smash, and I used to do like these big, like, crazy battles with my Amiibo all the time, and just kind of watch, I guess. Okay, wow, you are not doing great. Oh my goodness, why are you doing? You're not even grinding, dude. Whatever. Anyway, it's just a baby. It's fine. I've always loved doing that, just watching Amiibo and just like letting them fight against each other. And that's kind of why all my Smash Amiibo have always been kind of terrible, because I just like, I mostly pit them against each other, or me, obviously, but mostly against each other, and I think they just don't learn very well when they do that. Or even like training them against level 9 CPUs. I don't know how well that works, you know? Oh no. Dude, get a wing star, hit the ramps. Well, I don't know that matters too much, I guess. I don't know. Because I don't think you fly much faster. Actually, you do. So yeah, you definitely need to be hitting those ramps. Anyway. All my amiibo kind of always suck in Smash. They're not that great. But that could be something that I consider doing, like, for future content, I guess. The thing is, though, amiibo training just feels very difficult. Like, difficult, kind of tedious. I don't know. There's so much that goes into it. Is all. Excuse me. There's a lot that goes into it. And I don't know, there's so much weird, because I don't understand how the whole thing even works. So it's like confusing to figure out, like, what precisely are you learning? I don't know. It's always seemed fun. And like the prospect of doing like an Amiibo Smash tournament, you know, that's a fun idea. It's just that's it feels like a lot of effort that has to go into that, and for what, you know, to fight against a. I wouldn't say I'm a bad player, but I don't know that my gameplay, you know, is super interesting. I'm not good at combos. I'm not a combo type of person. I'm very bad. I'm very bad at like the patterns. Like people can play Smash Brothers in just like one game, and they'll immediately start picking up on like your patterns and everything, and they'll figure out what you're doing. And it's like, I'm bad at that. I cannot read my opponents. I'm like, it's impossible for me to predict what they might do next. Dude, you keep face planting into the ground. Stop. And I'm very bad myself about just doing things over and over again, or like fishing for something. And I mean, I'm good enough to, you know, I can be on a fairly even level with my friends, right? Like, I think, like, my friends are definitely better than me, but I can keep up with them. I can, especially if you give me a few games to get used to whatever character they're playing. But I don't know. I just don't think that would translate to a very interesting like tournament for the channel. Like if I trained all my amiibo with me, they're not gonna be that great. They're not gonna be that interesting to watch, I don't think. And if I train them like all against level 9 CPUs, I mean maybe that could be something. Maybe. But I really don't know. I'm really not sure about how well that would go. But maybe it's something I could do. Maybe. There you go. That's something. You're doing something, blank. You know, name to be determined. Well, you were doing something. Now you're kind of back to doing nothing. But it's okay. We still love you. You're doing your best. Stop face planting. Use your special. Why do you keep going to the left? You keep like intentionally. See, this is what's so weird about. I just don't get it. Like, why is it doing that? I guess straight up just to simulate being like a new player or something. I just don't know. Like, as like a baseline, I don't know what they're. I don't know what's going on under the hood with these things. It's really bizarre to me. It's like a whole other world, and I don't get it. And also, you know, maybe pitting it up against level 5 CPU is also a really bad idea. Maybe you'd learn better. I mean, see, look at them. They're not. They don't seem to be boosting either. So maybe that's. And I can also change to other CPUs too. They don't seem to be boosting or anything either. So maybe I really need to just like throw them to the wolves and make them fight level 9s. That'd probably be the best idea. Maybe this could be like once every like week or two. Maybe we do Amiibo videos for Kirby anyway. Again, I don't know about Smash. That's something we can consider. But I don't know. It's only has 2 laps. I didn't even realize. And this is the old map, right? I think this is the old map. I think this must have been the one that I played as a kid. It doesn't look familiar to me at all, but it must have been, because this is the only lava map in the original game, right? Or is this an... you know, I can never remember. So I feel like I remember like a big tunnel that you flow through. Like there's... You know, this might have been the spot, actually. Yeah, because the fire dragons. I think this is the only singular part. Even then, it's kind of fuzzy, but I remember that specific area. At least I feel like I do. That's like the only thing I remember from my time playing Kirby Air Ride as a wee baby. Yeah, yeah. Not bad, not bad. I mean, you're not getting dead last, so we're gonna crank it back up to level 9 CPUs. I don't know that they're learning much from this. Handicap? You can make them heavier? That's funny. Okay. Yeah, and I've been seeing more people again start to complain about the roster in this game. So people have always complained about that since like day zero, basically. But I don't know. I can't blame them entirely. You know, there are a lot of characters that you could have maybe should have put in. You know, and that would have been nice. It's a somewhat small roster, and yeah, I would have loved other characters. But people another tangent is people seem to think that Sakurai has this weird like hatred for modern Kirby. So I just don't think that's true. I will admit that some things are weird, like the Crystal Star in the story mode, not including Ribbon. That's weird, but I don't know. In general, I feel like number one, I don't think Kirby, or I don't think like Kirby. I don't think Sakurai hates modern Kirby. And number two, though, is like I feel like, I mean, this is like his Kirby. Kirby's his baby. If he wants to, if Sakurai, the creator of Kirby, comes back to make another game, he wants to mostly include, references and stuff to the stuff that he worked on that's nostalgic mostly to him. It's like, I don't care. That's fine. You know? Does that make sense? Like, yeah, of course he loves the stuff that he made, and I'm sure he enjoys, probably, maybe, I don't know him, but I'm sure he doesn't hate the new stuff that came after, but it's just like when he's working with his baby, he had his own vision for it, and he has his own, like, nostalgic elements that he probably wants to pull from, and, there's some new stuff that he's also pulled from. My goodness gracious, dude. But, like I think one of the things that he didn't want any or humans in Kirby, and I guess I don't know specifically if he was upset by, because I don't think he worked on Dreamland 3, which is the one with Addo, right? So I think he was, or at least the rumor. I don't know if he ever said it, but essentially I think he didn't want humans in Kirby. That he wasn't exactly super happy about Addo, Adeline. And I guess the fairies from 64 as well. I don't know how true that is, like, entirely, but, I mean, if is so, then you come back to make Kirby, you want to make it this, like, little game to your specifications, and, like, sure, whatever, man, I don't care. You don't have to put freaking humans in if you don't want to. I would have loved Adeline and Ribbon. I would have really loved the Mage Generals. I really like those characters. I am only a little salty that they didn't get in, but again, it is what it is. It's whatever. Are we just rolling it back? I thought it would randomize the thing again. Oh well. I just don't think it's a big deal. And again, there's always gonna be, like, I think in anything, you're gonna want more. You're always going to want more. Even like, this is like a beautiful, complete package right here. And I can respect that and love it and admire it. But at the same time, there's always going to be that little, like, element of, like, ooh, but what if he did this? What if he had, like, this one more character? Ooh, that would be great, wouldn't it? Or, like, what if you had, you could add these characters and it's always going to be the case of what if. Like, no matter how complete the package is, it's like, yeah, but what if it got some DLC? Like, what if they added just these more couple of characters that I like? Or, being disappointed that they didn't add those characters that you really like. Again, I was kind of disappointed that they didn't add, like, any of the mages from Star Allies, right? That's... Disappointed might not be the right word. Or maybe it might be a little too harsh, but, I was a little upset to see that they weren't in the game. But that doesn't mean that I can't still, appreciate this for what it is. And I think that it's only natural to... You should use your special. Why aren't you using your special? Whatever, anyway. It's like, not at all. I'm not using it at all. Anyway. I think it's natural to always kind of want more, be hoping for more, be disappointed that you didn't get exactly what you wanted. And that's fine. I just think that... I think you can acknowledge that while also still acknowledging that it doesn't really need it. We don't really need this stuff. But I don't know. You can argue till the sun goes down, or what's that phrase? You can argue till the cows come home or whatever. That's not real, is it? That's not a real saying. Is it? I don't know. You can argue that like all day. Like, oh, why did they put freaking Scarfy in as a character instead of like, a pre-established like fan favorite or something? Like, why Scarfy but not Adeline? Why generic Waddle Dee instead of Choo Choo? Is that her name, Choo Choo? Or am I just thinking of Xenogears? But you get my point. It's like, why that, but not... Why X, but not Y? And I think it's fine. I think it's fine to, like, think that way. But, it's still just a fun game. I like the game. No matter what. I mean, even though they could have added stuff that I would have liked better. I don't think that necessarily takes away from my like of the game. And I don't think that you should harp too much on that point either. and say that, oh, the game sucks because it doesn't have this. No, I think that in a lot of cases, more is straight up just going to be better. That's not always the case. What are you doing? What are you doing? More characters would have been better. Sure. More, it doesn't always equal better, obviously, but like, in a hypothetical scenario, like, yeah, I mean, who's going to say no to more characters in the game? Hypothetically, just in a vacuum, who's going to say no to more stages or more, I don't know, power-ups or anything? Whatever the case may be. But obviously you got to be realistic, and in this case, it's like, well, more of X is going to mean take away resources from Y. So it's like, if we have more characters, then maybe we end up with less copy abilities, because they had to make bespoke, like, every character has the sword cap. Every character has the needle cap. Every character has and they're not unique models, but still, you have to, like, fit those onto the characters. So every character needs to, like, have this ability. And have all these hats. And so, maybe the more characters, the less, like, hats. And, maybe you don't care about that. Maybe it would have been fine if all the characters didn't have hats and they just, like, use the ability. And then it's like, well, okay, sure, but I don't know. That would take away a little bit of the flourish of the game if you did that. So I don't know. I did not know there was a rail there. What? Dude. You're still not doing a lot of things. I don't know what you're doing here. But you didn't get last, so hey, that's good. Anyway. There's always the what if. There's always the, but what if there was more. Are you even learning? You're learning, right? I think you still are. But I don't know. I think the game is perfect as is. And no amount of like, oh, but what if they added this is gonna really take away from that. And I don't know if anything I just said for the past like 20 minutes made any sense. But you know, I think this is the end of the video. I think we had a nice video today. I think maybe we can round it off looking at some of the machines again, because I like looking at the machines. Although I don't know how much new there's gonna be. So, we got a lot of stuff. And again, like I said, I've said before, I'm not going to look at every single one of these and show off all of them. We can look at the popular. A lot of the populars has been kind of the same for a while now. You know, I want to know what this is. I didn't mean to test it. If anybody knows what this is, because it's got to be a reference to something, and I just don't know what it is. Because I feel like I've also seen this design with those characters on the eyes there. And I don't know what that says, but this like specific blue, and then those what I assume are Japanese characters. But I don't know. You know, that's got to be something, and I want to know what it is. So if anybody knows what that is, please tell me, because I've been very curious for a while now about what on earth it could possibly be a reference to. The price, a lot of the popular stuff has gone down in price, but a lot of this stuff like is crazy expensive. Like this is nice, but boy, 300,000. That's just insanity. This looks awesome too. Look at that. I really like that actually. But not enough miles. Oh, whoa. Now that's awesome. That's class right there. I actually really want that one. I'm gonna just screenshot that. I'm gonna save that one for later. These are awesome. Oh, look at this one. People have just done some really great things with the I was gonna say that one with the customization of this game. It's very, very, very beautiful. The Great Fox. Let's transform. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. And 2B. Oh, I do own the 2B Warp Star. There's also been some very scandalous ones. I don't obviously. Oh, well, these have been getting banned like crazy. I remember there was a whole article about the Kawasaki microkinis. That's a sentence. People have done some very inappropriate things with the customization, but you know, it's, when aren't they doing that? I still remember the heyday of the Smash Ultimate, Special Ultimate custom stages, but you know what? We don't need to get into that. We already talked a lot enough about Smash Brothers. Next time, I think we're not gonna do as much Amiibo stuff, if at all. We'll go back to our regularly scheduled routine of doing just a couple of matches. Excuse me. A couple of matches. And continuing to talk about random things that come to my mind, because that's realistically that's the only reason. That's like the actual reason why I do these solo Let's Plays, is just so I can mostly just talk about random junk that pops into my head. So I will see you next time, where I'll have more absurd garbage in my brain to regurgitate unto you. See you then.